Hello, I'm Aubriana Kennedy, and my final film presentation is over the movie Coco. Right now, I'm going to go over the overview, and then I'll go over the film techniques. So the exposition is the movie Coco is based off of Mexican culture. It focuses on a boy, Miguel, who loves music. Unfortunately, his family despises it. The hatred stems from his great-grandmother, Mama Coco, whose dad abandoned her and her mother when she was a child to pursue his dream of music. Since then, his family has passed down a shoemaking business. However, Miguel has a strong passion for music, so he sings and learns guitar in secret. On Dia de los Muertos, Miguel notices the picture of Mama Coco on her family on the ofrenda. The man's face is ripped out, but he's holding a guitar that's identical to his musician idol, Ernesto de la Cruz. This inspires an idea of his to perform in front of the town to seize his moment, which is a famous quote from Ernesto. Then the conflict starts, and his abuela catches him and breaks his guitar. Through his anger and determination to find a guitar, he sneaks into Ernesto de la Cruz's mausoleum and takes his guitar. This causes him to enter the land of the dead because he stole from the dead on the day that's meant to give to them. He eventually stumbles into his deceased family and they take him over to their world. He then finds out, in order to return the living, he has to get his family's blessing before sunrise. This would be easy, however, his family refuses his blessing to play music. Then the rising action happens, and he goes off on an adventure to find Ernesto, who he believes is his great-great-grandfather. On this journey, he runs into Hector, who is desperate to cross over on Dia de los Muertos to visit his daughter, but he can't get through because no one put his picture on an ofrenda. He claims Ernesto and him go way back, so Miguel promises he'll put his picture up if he brings him to Ernesto. Meanwhile, Miguel's family is on the hunt for him. Through countless obstacles, Miguel finds him before he performs his annual concert in honor of Dia de los Muertos. Except Hector's encounter with him is vile, and Miguel learns the truth. Then the climax happens, and Ernesto is actually a fraud that murdered Hector to obtain his songs. Ernesto then gets his security to throw both of them into a pit, and steals Hector's picture Miguel is supposed to put on the ofrenda. While they're sitting in defeat, they learn that Hector is actually Miguel's great-great-grandfather. Next, the following action happens. Suddenly, Miguel's family finds them through their alebrijes, which are animal spirit guides. Then Miguel tells them all the truth about Hector, and his great-great-grandmother, Imelda, and him reunite. From there on, they start their mission to find Ernesto, take back Hector's photo, and send Miguel home. They end up successful and destroy Ernesto's reputation in the process. However, once they finish it, it's only a matter of minutes until sunrise, and Hector's beginning to fade because Mama Coco's dying and forgetting about him, and Hector's picture got lost. Quickly, Imelda sends him back to the living and gives him the blessing to do what makes him happy. Miguel is able to find Mama Coco in time and sing the song her dad used to sing to her. It brings her memory back, and the rest of his family finds them and watches in awe as they see happiness and tears come from Mama Coco. She then takes out the ripped picture of her father, so they're able to restore him to the ofrenda. And finally, the resolution. The movie ends in a flash forward to the following Dia de los Muertos, and Miguel sings in a mariachi outfit while his family, living and dead, dance around him. Some of the film techniques and elements that I really liked was the emphasis on the Mexican culture. It's shown through the rich art that's seen through vibrant colors, the unique architecture, indigenous designs with skulls and banners, etc. And the fashion is traditional. Women are in colorful, long, flowy skirts, the hair is usually pulled up, and the men are seen in mariachi-inspired outfits and sombreros. Mexican culture has very strong traditions. One of them is the concept of family. There's an emphasis on respect for elders and having close relationships. Family is most important. Miguel's abuela especially talks about the importance of family throughout the film. Also, religion. There's lots of emphasis on spirits in this film, like in Dia de los Muertos, and it capitalizes on remaining loyal and giving to those who have passed. The alebrijes are also a good representation on the belief of spirit guides. The language is often seen throughout the film, especially the grito, which is a Mexican yell that is a culturally significant expression used for a variety of contexts. Hector teaches Miguel how to do his first grito before he performs Un Poco Loco. And of course, music and dance is a strong way they express their culture. It's a tradition to celebrate heritage and bring the community together. Coco's whole concept revolves around the significance of music. The last film technique, some of the film techniques and elements that I really liked was the emphasis on the Mexican culture. The last film technique I'll harp on is the use of flashbacks during the climax and falling action. If you go back and look at the slides, you can see some of the flashbacks that I thought were really important. I think it was a smart move to take for the film because it was able to hit on an emotional level and grasp the full effect of how Hector died and how awful Ernesto truly is. Also seeing the flashback of Mama Coco and her father singing Remember Me, then Miguel singing it to her, and her emotions come back, it makes it all the more special. Overall, the visual sound effects and musical scores were a huge part of this film, and it would not be the same without it. They did an amazing job emphasizing the vibrant colors and all of the unique designs. And that's the end of my film analysis. I really enjoyed making it about Coco because it hit home for me. I'm from the same